Welcome, neighbors, to another delightful session of Neighbors Cooking. Today, we have an exciting and healthy recipe to share: cherry chicken lettuce wraps. It's June and it is cherry month, and it's the perfect time to embrace the vibrant array of cherries in season and whip up something fresh and delicious. It's also hot and we don't want to heat our kitchens up so much, so this is the perfect recipe to feed your family and to keep your kitchen cool. But before we dive into the recipe, let's take a look at what cherries are in season right now. Right now we have Bing cherries, Rainier cherries, which are my favorite. If you haven't seen those, they're little like red and kind of white cherries. They're just delicious. We have Lambert cherries, Chelan cherries, and Tulare cherries. And cherries are grown up north mostly here in California. They're cool, more moist areas that they grow on. They, of course, grow on trees if you didn't know that. But these delectable fruits are not just a treat for your taste buds. They come packed with incredible health benefits too. Cherries are rich in antioxidants, which can help reduce inflammation and promote overall heart health. And if you're my age, you want heart health, okay? They also contain melatonin, which supports a better sleep and regulating your internal clock. Plus, they're high in fiber and help your digestion and keep your feeling fuller longer. So they have a lot of great benefits, and unfortunately we don't have them all year, but if you buy them this year and you can them or you put them in in mason jars and stick them in your freezer, you'll have them for all year round. So think about buying a whole bunch, and maybe we'll do a canning show this month. I'll see. I don't really can much, but we'll see. Our cherry chicken lettuce wraps are just the thing to keep your kitchen cool, your family fed, and your health on track. Bursting with sweet cherries and savory chicken, all wrapped up in a crisp lettuce, this dish is both refreshing and satisfying. So you ready to get cooking? Well, we're going to get started in just a minute. But first, I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming a true hometown hero, a master of culinary delights in a deli, and a beacon of love and dedication. Hailing from the vibrant city of Columbus, Ohio, our guest tonight is a former owner of a successful deli. He's a pillar of our community, a loving guardian, and a mentor whose impact extends far beyond the walls of Spinelli's Deli. Not only did Joe raise his niece with an unwavering love and care, but he also helped mold her into the remarkable young lady she is today, embarking on her own path to success and fulfillment. But Joe's story doesn't end there. After crossing paths with his beloved husband Josh, Joe's life took a new turn as they embarked on a journey of love and adventure together. In 2015, they made the bold move to West Hollywood, California, where Joe would transition from the world of delis to a new career path with Starbucks, paving the way for a fresh chapter filled with new opportunities and challenges. From West Hollywood to Palm Springs, Joe's journey continued to unfold as he took on the task of building the Starbucks Downtown Reserve location, showcasing his leadership, vision, and dedication to excellence. And now, as the manager of the new store in Cathedral City, Joe continues to inspire and uplift his team, embodying the spirit of community, teamwork, and innovation with every cup of coffee served. In addition to his impressive career milestones, Joe also wears the hat of our show's director, bringing the keen eye for detail, creativity, and dedication to every aspect of Neighbors Cooking. His guidance, expertise, and unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping the show into a celebration of food, community, and the beauty of shared experiences. Recently, he also completed the Leadership Coachella Valley program, and we're going to be talking about that during the show today. So without further ado, let's extend a warm welcome to the man behind the camera, the one you always hear the voice of. A hearty welcome to Joe Spinelli, a true embodiment of love, resilience, and the power of following your heart. Joe, thanks for gracing our show today. You get to come on this side of the camera.
You made me sound so good.
Well,
you need to be my PR person.
I know. So you're the director of my show.
Yeah.
You stand back behind the camera, and I throw food tidbits at you.
The pay is great.
Is it?
Yeah, I get a meal out of it.
Out of it, right? So I asked Joe, I guess last year.
Yeah.
When we were starting to expand the show, and I was in Favorite Chef, to come and help with our cameras. And what was my cameras back then?
Your cell phone.
So Joe was with my cell phone, doing this whole number all the time. Now we have multiple cameras and multiple views, and you manage all of those for us, and you do a great job. So thank you for doing that.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
You're also, you used to own a deli,
Yeah.
very successful deli.
For almost 20 years. Yeah.
Wow, and that you sold that.
Yeah.
And
Sold
then
it.
you moved here.
Yep, I sold it and said I want to move to California and work for Starbucks.
There you go, and that's been great for you.
Yeah, it's an amazing career. It's a great company.
And that's actually how we met, is through Starbucks.
Yeah.
I was out begging for stuff. The director of Volunteers for Pride, and I'm always asking our local community members or businesses to help support Pride. And Joe and I met in a T-Mobile store, and I overheard his conversation. He was at Starbucks. I'm like, oh, Starbucks. How'd you like to give us just a little bit of coffee? Now it has turned into hundreds of cups of coffee.
Yeah.
He and Starbucks and the local Starbucks stores here all participate in helping give us coffee and danishes and all kinds of great stuff. And you have a new manager at the Reserve Store, Zoe, now.
Yeah.
Zoe?
Zoe.
She's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
She did a great job last year. She kind of came in right before Pride.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, here's what we do. No changes.
Yeah.
So she'll be taking that role on this year.
Yeah.
But for Starbucks, you're officially the LGBTQ liaison, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, if you're gay and you need something from Starbucks, you come talk to me.
Come talk to Joe, and he will make sure you get it. So,
not just gay, I should say.
Any
Starbucks supports any community.
LGBT,
Yeah.
So you also just completed Coachella Leadership
Coachella Valley.
Tell us about that.
So it's a leadership development program. It's a year long, and you apply to the program. And this year, I think there was about 45 or 50 participants. And you meet once a month, every Friday, and you just learn different things about the community. So, for example, the first session was all about the history of the Coachella Valley. Very interesting. Another session was called Economic Impact, and we had folks from Acusure Arena come in, from the colleges come in, and basically just learned all about the economic drivers of the community. And then just recently, last month, we learned all about media, and that was a lot of fun. I got to go to the TV station, and KGay came in and did a presentation. So it's really just a way to immerse yourself and learn about the community in which you live, and you learn how to be a better leader. And hopefully that transitions into serving as some kind of board member on a maybe local nonprofit. So I'm looking to be on a board if anybody needs a board member.
Well, there are. Actually, I just heard, who was it that needs a board member? The DBA. David Powell is looking for a board member.
Oh, okay.
So the DBA is looking for a board member. So
Desert Business Association, is that?
The Desert Business Association.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they're looking for a board member. So
put a good word in for me.
David Powell, here's your new board member. So we're going to do, I know you're familiar with the kitchen, so I don't have to teach you anything.
Mm-hmm.
Having Spinelli's Deli was a great...
Spinelli's Deli and catering.
And catering. So this isn't deli food. It's certainly better healthy for you than probably some deli food, not bready. But we're going to do chicken cherry lettuce wraps.
Sounds delicious.
So I think they're going to be great. So I'm going to put you over here at the stove.
All right.
You're going to heat this pan up a little bit for me. And then we're going to go, since Joe is on this side of the camera, I'm going to manage cameras from this other side. So down here on the right, down here in my corner, this corner, here, there you go. In this corner, you can see the stove where we're going to be cooking this. But I'm going to go over the ingredients with you for what we're making. So the lettuce wraps require 3/4 pound of chicken, and we're going to cut this up in just a minute. A teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of pepper, quarter teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, 1.5 cups of shredded carrots, 1 1/4 cups or 1.5 cups of pitted sweet cherries. And when you're doing cherries, you can get if you go on Amazon, you can get a cherry pitter, and you basically put the cherry in, push it, it pushes the pit out, and you still have a full cherry left. So it's super simple to use. We're also including 4 green onions, 1.5 cups of green onions, 1.5 cups of sliced almonds. You could use diced. whatever you think is best for you. And for some reason, we're using some rice wine, some teriyaki, some teriyaki sauce. I'm using a pineapple teriyaki sauce, about a half a cup, and I've got some honey. And I love honey. I don't know if you guys like honey or not, but honey has so many great benefits for your health also. For most of us, it will help. For men, it helps with our testosterone levels. And for women, it can actually help with menopause symptoms in a natural way, so you're not quite so. What is that on a medium?
Yeah.
Before I gotta.
Hey, so I want to ask you a question.
Ask away. I'm going to cut up some chicken.
Do we have the little corner one on? See, that's why I'm managing the cameras for you.
That's why you manage the cameras. I didn't have the ingredients, so I'm going to put those back over here for a second so you can see them. There we go. All right. There we go. So we've got the ginger, the salt, the pepper, the carrots, the cherries, green onions, the almonds, rice wine, teriyaki, pineapple teriyaki I got, and honey. The oranges are for some garnish that we're going to use later. So thank you, Joe.
Yeah, that's what my job is.
That's what your job is. It's very difficult for me to do cameras and
chef
stuff. So these are kind of thick breasts. We want to cut up about for 4 people. You're going to cut 2 thick breasts up into just little chunks. So you want these to be bite size because you're putting them in lettuce wraps, right? So if you made them too large or too difficult to eat, the lettuce wouldn't hold the wrap, wouldn't hold it, it'd be too heavy. So we're going to cut these up into little pieces. You might take that off for a minute, since I'm a little behind on what we're doing. All right. If you're going to buy chicken, there's price differences if you trim it, have it already trimmed by the butcher, or if you trim it yourself. And it's really simple to trim it yourself. So, say Benny's asking for his time on camera, I think. For those of you who don't know, I just got a new dog, Benny, and we're not going to sit and bark this whole time. He is the cutest little dog, though. You've got a big dog, Joe.
I do. 75 pounds.
Sheesh! That almost weighs as much as me.
Okay.
Okay, my left leg. So Bella is a beautiful dog. What is she?
She is a mixed breed, mostly Pitbull.
Mostly Pitbull.
Yeah, and we got her when she was 7 months old at the Palm Springs Animal Shelter.
Oh, nice. Where I got Benny.
Yeah. Great place.
It is a great place. We're so thankful for all the folks over there. They do an amazing job. I think it would be a hard job.
Oh, yeah.
To see, because I was just there the other day, and they had almost 400 dogs and cats.
That's crazy.
In the facility at that time.
Well, I've heard that they actually go to kill shelters.
They
and get dogs and cats that are going to be killed.
Well, Benny was actually in the Riverside shelter.
Oh.
Which is a kill shelter, and Palm Springs Shelter went and picked him up and brought him out here.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, so his little life was saved, which is I'm very thankful for. All right, so let's put that back on medium. We're going to lower that a little bit.
All right.
You know how that sizzle goes.
Yep.
You're going to put that olive oil in there. And in that drawer to your right, Joe, you'll find tongs or whatever you need to do the chicken, all right? So I'm going to hand that to you.
Okay.
So we're trying to brown these.
Got it.
On the side. And then we're going to finish getting this other stuff up. Sorry, before you start. So you want to put the ginger on the chicken, just kind of mix it around, and then in it goes. You don't want to ever overcrowd your pan when you are cooking, no matter what the pan is, be it cast iron or any other pan. Things won't cook evenly. They're more likely to cook evenly in a cast iron skillet, but not necessarily.
How's the heat on here? Does it sound like it's sizzling enough?
That probably could go up a little bit, don't you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what Joe's doing right now, we've sprinkled the chicken with the ginger, and we're going to add some salt and pepper. I know you all think that I know all of this by memory, but I don't. And what just happened a minute ago is I lost my notes, and so I had to start just talking.
Darn technology.
But my notes are back, so we're good. So we're going to sprinkle that chicken with ginger, the salt, the pepper, and then we're going to cook it for 3 to 5 minutes until the pink is gone. That's another reason we cut it up into small pieces. When we're done with that, we're going to mix all of our ingredients that we have, and I'm going to bring this little pan here. Move some things out of my way. Also, if you're cutting up chicken, keep a knife for your chicken and a different knife for everything else, and cut on separate boards. And the reason for that is, Joe,
You don't want to cross-contaminate. The chicken could have, the chicken knife could have bacteria on it, and you don't want to cross-contaminate it with the vegetables.
and you don't want people to get salmonella.
Yeah.
So be very cautious about that.
Smells delicious.
It's that ginger you're smelling.
Yeah, wow.
So now you got married last year,
Yeah, October.
and
That was wedding part 2.
right? Because your first wedding got canceled because of COVID, right?
Yes.
So it was a beautiful service.
Thank you.
I'm glad I got to go. I'm kind of Joe's official, non-official boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's got a husband, but
Josh is a little bit more quiet, doesn't like the social events, so you're my social husband.
I'm the social husband, and Josh is the bedroom husband. It's okay, Josh, we don't kiss. I'm Josh. So I cherish Joe so much. He's been such a good friend to me, and it's sometimes hard to make friends and new friends, and Joe and I just kind of hit it off right
Yeah.
away.
You were actually the first friend I met here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, his first.
Yeah. Well, I said friend.
Right, right. So I love that. So we're gonna put the onions in here. We've got our carrots. Now you could do a couple things. The carrots add some crunch. If you don't want the crunch in it after the chicken is done, you could saute the carrots for a little bit. I like the crunch. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. If you have any trouble chewing or crunchy things hurt your teeth, you might saute them, or you could parboil them, or whatever you like. So we're going to put that into the pan here, and you can see that right. Where's my hand? Yeah, there you go, right here. Right here.
This really makes me feel good, like my job is important. You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing when I'm having to control. So I'm going to show everybody real quick. So my cameras, we have 3 cameras, and so Joe picks the cameras that he wants the view to be at, and then the little bugs that are in the middle, the little squares that we're using for the ingredients and for the stove. And so he picks which one of those is going to be up. And it's hard to do it when you're trying to cook at the same time.
And concentrate,
And concentrate, yeah. So we put our carrots, we put our green onions in here. We're going to put our cherries. We're going to put our teriyaki sauce. Did you have me a plastic?
Yep.
On the right? Far right?
This?
Yeah, plastic.
All right.
He's always going for the wood.
I think these are just about done.
Yeah? We've got a few more to go.
Yeah.
So we're putting in the green onions, the carrots, the teriyaki sauce, the honey. Ooh, yes. And when you're buying honey, buy good honey. I buy a honey that is all natural and not cooked. So a lot of honey is processed, heat processed, and then put in the jars. It's not as good for you. It will crystallize too fast in those plastic bottles. So buy honey that's in glass bottles, or transfer your honey into glass bottles so it doesn't crystallize in your pantry. That's the rice wine that we're putting in. And we're going to mix this all together. This is a super simple recipe. I just made it super difficult through this process. Out of my way, Danny. But if Joe was managing the cameras on the other side, we'd be in much better shape. So you're going to mix all that together. Put your almonds in. How many calories do you think this is, Joe?
350, 400?
245.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
245 calories.
Oh my goodness.
Now, you could turn this into a rice bowl if you wanted to do it with rice. You could do it in a burrito. You could put the fillings in a burrito if you wanted, in a flour tortilla. You could put it in romaine lettuce. We're putting it in bib or butter lettuce.
I love bib lettuce.
And I buy living, so kind of like when you can buy herbs that still have the roots attached. I buy the bib lettuce and the root is still attached. I think I could probably grow a lettuce from it, but I'm not sure. There we go.
I think Benny should be our new kitchen manager. He's just sitting there observing, making sure we're getting it all done.
He is. He's such a good cook. He's looking for droppings is what he's looking for. So we've got our bib lettuce. And you're just going to kind of look for, you're going to pull the bigger ones off from the bottom. If you want bigger wraps, so you might use romaine lettuce if you want like a wrap. These are meant more as little, more fingery type, appetizer type. Or you might find bib lettuce that has bigger leaves. But I like the flavor of bib lettuce also.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah. So. All right. I'm going to give you a better view here without the bug in the middle. There we go. So here we are. How's the chicken doing?
I probably pull this half out.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and start to put it in there.
Okay. It smells delicious.
All right, go start with that. All right, so we've got the chicken, the cherries. I'm going to just bring that all together. And Jared, you can probably turn that off and put it to the side.
Got it.
All right, so when you're going to serve this, we're just going to take our little bibs. And we're just going to put some in the middle. There we go. And Joe gets to be the taster.
Oh, that was so good.
There we go. All right, so we're going to bring Joe in, and you're going to try the first bite.
Okay.
I would put a plate up if I were you.
Okay. Might lose a cherry. Oops. All right,
So what flavor is coming through?
A lot of flavors. Definitely It's almost, is there a hint of vinegar in there?
Well, rice wine vinegar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tasting that.
Yeah.
With the cherries and the chicken and the ginger. You said ginger's in there?
Ginger, yeah. And the
Mhm.
other thing you could add on if you wanted to
Oh, it's really good.
would be these little bits of, I don't know which one you choose,
Yeah.
bits of orange, and you kind of get a sweet and tangy out of it.
I love it.
Good? All right. Super easy, super quick. You can have this done in 15, 20 minutes in your house and be super happy with it and have lots of health benefits from it. So this brings an end to this show tonight. It was
Wow.
a quick show, right? I can't have a long show anyway without you on the other side. So, but it's been a great episode of Neighbors Cooking. I want to send a heartfelt thanks to Joe for his friendship and all the incredible insights he's gained from his experience at Leadership Coachella Valley. And if you're ever in Palm Springs, make sure to stop by at Starbucks and say hi to Joe. He probably won't give you a free cup of coffee, but he'll say hi.
Yeah.
And to all our amazing viewers, thank you for joining us this week. Remember to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and share our channel with your friends. Your support means the world to us. We'll see you again next week in the kitchen. Until then, happy cooking.
See you later.